So hi, I'm Amit Sinsal. So today I'm here with you guys to discuss about some topic. I would also like to say about myself that in my free time I like to play video games. So what about you?
Hi, I'm Young Lian. During my free time, I usually like to watch the drama and reading novel.
Hi,
So, how about you?
my name is Ahmed Muntasir. In my free time, I like to watch TV shows too, and I like to go to the gym.
Oh, that's great. So basically, why we're all here together because there are some topics we need to discuss with each other. Okay, so as far as I know, that your topic is environmental pollution, right?
Yeah.
And as for you, you have AI, the implements of AI and everything. And for me, I have the renewable energy to implement for the developing countries. So why don't we start with your topic first? I think it's very interesting, the environmental pollution. We would like to know more about it.
Sure. So basically, environmental pollution is refers to the contaminations of the natural sources, which are the soil, water, and also the air. So how this kind of sources will be contaminated is by the harmful substance that released by mostly the human activities.
Oh wow.
So this substance can be chemically, physically, and also biologically. And this kind of substance will degrade the quality of the water, soil, and also air.
So basically, humans are like destroying their own environment.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
most of the activities. So nowadays, the most common pollution will be the air pollution, noise pollution, and also the water pollution. So do you guys know what are the factors that lead to this kind of pollution?
So, is mining activities one of the factors?
Yes, mining activity is one of the factors because during the mining, there's a few heavy metals will be released. So such as the cadmium, arsenic, and also lead. So the extraction and processing of coals is the process that often containing the high heavy metal concentration.
Okay.
So beside mining activities, the smelting and also processing industry will also cause the air and soil pollution. So beside this mining, smelting and also processing, these three types of activity is mostly based on the industrial. So beside the industrial part, we talk about the management of waste material. So the inadequate management of waste material will also cause the environmental pollution.
Wow, it's pretty bad. Like, can you actually tell us the impact of this like environmental pollution based on those factors?
So let me go through to the environmental impact first, which is the soil degradation.
Okay.
So this degradation happens as the heavy metal will reduce the soil fertility by altering the pH value
Alright.
and also disrupting the microbial communities. So next, the runoff from the polluted soil will also increase the heavy metal composition in the soil. In the water, and also this will lead to the groundwater pollution. So
If it leaks to the groundwater, then
Yeah.
like if human drink it, it will get poisonous for them too, right?
I think usually we don't drink the groundwater, is it? But the groundwater will go through the purification process,
Okay.
then will maybe become the usage for maybe washing
Oh,
clothes,
okay, alright.
washing the floor, some kind of that activity.
Okay, I
So-
see.
Maybe this one is not directly used by human, but
Okay.
indirectly also. So
Alright.
will cause some health effect to human as well.
So,
I
what are the
see.
measures that we can take to reduce the environmental pollution?
So first, maybe we can install the filter, scrubber, or the wastewater treatment plant, because this types of measure will significantly minimize the heavy metal emission. So next, we can talk about the handling and recycling process. So, such as the lead acid batteries and also e-waste. If we properly handling them, it will be less harm to the human.
So basically, like categorizing rubbish,
Yeah,
like
like the recycling process.
okay, I see.
And besides these two, we can have the innovative technology as well, which is using the nano membrane. So this will help in the water purification by removing maybe 95% of the cadmium from the industrial wastewater.
Wow,
So
that's
this one
actually
is
huge.
based on my study from the other research.
I see.
So okay, I think that's my part. So how's about you? I think your part is about AI, right?
Yeah, so I'm going to talk about AI development guidelines because AI is continuing to grow. We've seen ChatGPT, OpenAI, we've seen Google, it has Copilot, it has Gamma 2. Those are large language models, but there are other forms of artificial intelligence.
Yeah, it's pretty new right now, right? It's very hot topic.
It's not actually very new. It's been growing for a while.
Okay.
But like large language models like OpenAI has opened the door for people to see what AI is capable of. So we've seen how incredible AI can be, and we've seen the potential of AI. And with this potential, we have some harms and we have some risks. AI is going into many fields like finance, healthcare, this is a big one. It's going into public transport, public policy, so it's important to have guidelines for this
So
technology.
why we should have the guideline?
So AI systems are as good as the data we can feed them and train them. So first we have to feed the data, then train the model, then deploy the model. So if we feed biased data or data that is unrepresentative or incomplete, then the AI will discriminate against certain people according to their race or sexuality or religion. That is one example, but it can discriminate in other factors as well. And that is all according to the data that we train the AI.
Wow, it's pretty dangerous. Then if they differentiate between races and stuff, it's gonna be pretty degradable, right? So
Yeah,
what about
it can make a lot of social prejudice, and it can enforce stereotypes.
Wow, that's pretty dangerous. Okay, so what about the ethical principles around AI, around this?
So, firstly, AI has to be fair, it has to prevent bias, it has to prevent discrimination, it has to be inclusive. Also, it has to be very transparent, especially in industries like healthcare. It has to provide, explain the decision, the pros and cons of every decision, and it has to be clearly accountable of that decision. It has to prioritize privacy, so protect the user data and respect the user's consent. It has to have autonomy. It has to keep the humans in control of the critical decision. It has to have safety, so it has to ensure the reliability. It has to minimize error and has to avoid harm. And social impact has to promote social well-being and prevent the inequalities or harm. So these are the ethical principles that we can develop in AI according to.
I see. So basically, a lot of things to consider.
Mm-hmm.
So I would say let's tone down a bit, okay? Because AI is pretty pretty thing of the very advanced. So right now I'm just gonna talk about something that's pretty laid back, okay? It's something that has came long before, okay, and its implementation is very successful in developed countries, okay. That is renewable energy. Its comprehensive use is like so good, okay. The carbon emission from the developed countries has reduced a lot.
So, beside the developed country,
Okay.
what's about the situation of this kind of renewable energy in the developing countries?
Oh, wow, that's actually a pretty good question. Okay, I would say for developing countries, their growth rate is actually pretty high right now. Okay, like their energy consumption, their population, also their economy, everything is pretty high. So sometimes what happens is that I can say due to inadequate energy, okay, they struggle a bit. Okay, this is where I think the alternative energy sources comes in. Okay, so renewable energy actually is something that is like an alternative energy source that can help to to build up more energy to help with the inadequate use of energy right there. Okay, so it's like a huge impact for the developing country right there, I
So
would
what
say.
kind of renewable energy sources can be used as alternatives?
So for the alternative sources, there are like different types of renewable energy. It depends on the like geographical position and stuff. Okay, geographical position of the region and also the country. But there are like different kind of renewable energy sources like hydro energy. Okay, wind energy, solar energy. Okay, biomass also. Biomass is actually a pretty good alternative for fossil fuels and transportation oil. Okay, so these kind of sources are very adequate in the nature. It's like very natural. Okay, so it's easy to come by, easy to use, and these are the sources.
So it sounds good about the renewable energy.
Yeah.
So could you tell us what's the biggest advantage of this kind of energy?
The biggest advantages. For the biggest advantages, I would first and foremost say that it's what you call the green energy. You're talking about environmental pollution, right?
Yeah.
So these can actually help reduce the carbon, the greenhouse gases, or like carbon monoxide and everything. Okay, like it can actually reduce because normally when we're producing energy, we're using power plant and other things, and those things are actually producing a lot of greenhouse gases. But here we use the natural elements in order to regulate the process of the energy. Okay, so no emission of greenhouse gases. Also, I would say that it's very cost friendly. Okay, because you don't need a lot because the main source is actually from nature. Okay, and I would say the biggest advantage is that anybody can use it. Okay, the suitability or the sustainable energy is pretty stable and everything. Okay, this is the biggest advantage.
Okay, so it's not all just sunshine and rainbows. There has to be like some side effects to renewable energy.
Of course, there are some side effects. Some side effects would be like the developing country. They're still new to this concept, right? So there are a lot of things to consider, like the economical, the geopolitical point of view, the economical point of view, their technical point of view. Not everybody has this technology, right? So they need to import a lot, import some stuffs, okay, some generators and other things in order to like to create this to create the main instrument to regulate this energy, right? So this is a big this is a disadvantage. All right, also I would also like to mention another disadvantage is that in underdeveloped infrastructure and also planning. Okay, some underdeveloped countries, they may not have the resources or like the knowledge in order to implement this in a large scale. Okay, so these are some of the disadvantages I would talk about.
So what could be the economical viewpoints of building the infrastructures for renewable
Okay,
energy?
if you have the technology and everything, okay, I would say that renewable energy is primarily fully energy that electrical energy. All right, so basically electric consumption and everything. Okay, so what you can do here, what if I take it from the economical standpoint, okay, at first the underdeveloped country, the developing countries would like they need to make an investment. Okay, it's a long-term investment. But the thing is, they at first, if they make the main resource to actually capture this energy, what will happen is that it's gonna cost a bit more at first, but the maintenance cost is very low because you don't need to do anything else. As for the old power plants, which is actually creating the energy, okay, they create waste. Okay, also they need a lot of fuel, okay, in order to operate. Also a manpower, lot of manpower. Okay, so it's a very big disadvantages. Also, I would like to mention another disadvantage that would be for renewable energy. There are sometimes like irregular intervals. For the solar energy, there won't be sun out there. Okay, for the wind energy, if you place a turbine, there always won't be wind out there. But still, it's a way better and effective energy than these power plants. Okay, I will say this. So cost wise, for the fuel and everything, the maintenance is gonna cost more for the power plants than this renewable energy right here, because you just need to buy the market competitive generators, okay, in order to work it out.
Okay, so I still think that renewable energy can indirectly cause harm to the environment. So, for example, we have lithium batteries. Of course, we all know that electric cars are the future. Electric cars are very environment friendly, but at the same time, it uses lithium batteries, and we need to mine lithium. So mining causes pollution.
So from me, the mining part is just like what I explained just now. For the mining part, we should install maybe the filter or scrubber for the mining industry.
Okay.
And if for the lithium battery, I understand after maybe the lithium battery finish, someone will like just throw it away, Slimby throw it away.
Yeah.
So I think we should have the awareness of the global handling of this kind of waste.
Okay, maybe I can give you a better solution.
Okay.
Instead of using the battery, I think it's better if you use like an alternative, like one of the renewable energies in order to replace the battery. For that, then there won't be so much pollution as right now. Okay, there will be, I think, less pollution for it. What do you think about that?
I think this one work as well. And if I would choose to use the biomass. I think
Okay,
it's
yeah,
quite
that's
convenient.
yeah. For the transporting fuel and everything, yeah, it's gonna be very good. And also for this, I think using this knowledge right here, okay, we can implement it in AI also, following the guidelines. What do you think? Following the guidelines, if we insert this,
I think if we have enough data
yeah.
from lithium batteries, for example, and from biomass and from other sources of energy or other sources or energies to run a car,
okay,
if we have this data and then we can analyze this data, we can come up with the best solution for this matter.
okay, that's pretty great actually. That's pretty great. Like using all of our things all together to create a better place right here. It's really good.
Okay, I think most of the topic can be
Yeah.
related.
Oh guys, sorry, I think it's almost time for me to go. Okay, maybe
Yeah.
I'll see you next
That's
week.
it.
I have some work to do. Alright, see you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.